Hello, hello, and good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. Very nice to be here and to have you on this channel. It's Monday. I hope you had a good week start. And let me just shut down my phone. And yes, it was for me. It was a super interesting day. Started very early morning with having some talks with China, and then went through all the world basically with Thailand, with India, with Sri Lanka, Maldives. It was, I think today, this Monday was a super international day, which was really enjoyable. Actually twice with China and all via Zoom call. So very interesting. A part of that was also related during some breaks, of course, was really related to the topic that we are going to cover today. And the topic of today is how to focus your attention when you are not sure where to start. We have been talking a little bit already about all the parts that you need to do when you enter this, let's say, marketing, digital marketing world. And now we will be going in an increasing way until you get more and more knowledge about it. And hopefully you will share this, you will put some likes, some love, some comments, and if you feel really engaging, then please join the group. That would be a very nice thing to do. And just on the group, as a reminder, we are doing twice a week live call, and which is a bit longer. We go much more in detail on everything. So tonight it will be at 8 p.m. So Swiss time, Central European time. So basically in 2 hours from now, I will be having my friend Marco Gervasi joining me, and we are going to talk about the diving industry. We are going to talk about the project that we have launched together and where we can support many let's say industry professionals who are maybe in difficulty right now. So that's something we are going to cover. And I forgot one country that I actually had today. I had also twice a contact with Florida, and I think we are super safe in Switzerland, definitely. In Florida, they think they are also super safe. Nobody is wearing a mask except the waiters in the restaurants. But that's how it is. So I think people start to really live with this virus in different places of the world in a different way. Um, well, so also I think that we have this week start now where it is time to a Monday. It's always a good moment to take a little bit a step back and really say, okay, I have now a new project. Where do I really start? What do I do? And you know, you can be having an idea, having a plan, having a project, but then you get really disturbed in a way by all your daily business. The phone is ringing, emails are coming in, you have your social medias popping left and right. Today it was a super busy day for me on Messenger. I got a lot of friend requests on various topics, also many questions. And then you have to take a break and dedicate your time to what you are really going to plan. So uh, first of all, you need to have a plan. You need to really make sure that you have decided where you want to be at the end of the week. It's always something that is forgotten by many people. You have an idea, but you don't put that on paper. So you really have to make sure that you uh, put everything on paper, set up your goals for the week. You can do it by the day as well, but you really need to have your goals set, and then you have to take the step back and focus on what you are really willing to do, because otherwise you will not be taking the necessary step. Even if it is only half an hour or 1 hour a day, just do it. But just block this time in order to really focus on that. Then, depending on the project that you want to do, of course, you have to dedicate a little bit of time for doing some research. You may not have everything handy at that moment, so you need to know where to search for this different information. You need to make sure that you have everything already in your hand. For example, if you want to do a campaign, if you want to do, let's say, a post on Facebook, if you start to lose so much time because you need to search for the pictures, you need to search for the text, you need to maybe do some translation, some verification, then you really need to be a little bit organized. I would not say that I'm the perfectly organized guy, but I think it is super important that you start step by step to, let's say, organize your folders. So have a folder where you have all the pictures that you are going to use in future posts, for example, so that you know which one are relevant. Then the second part is having another folder where you put your IDs, you put your text, your titles, and sometimes you need to do also make a title that is appealing. Don't make it too boring. Just do something that is maybe a little bit different, and then put some keywords about the text that you are going to write. What are you going to achieve with this post? Once you have that, and all of that can be prepared well in advance. Usually I prepare all my posts, I would say, on Sunday, but I write them on Sunday, or I take a moment when I have a moment. Let's say if I'm taking the train to go to the city, which is nearby, then I have always something to write, and I will put my thoughts on paper. Or I use my phone and I just record a message to myself. This is where you need to start to be organized, and not do everything at the last minute. You have to set up time to really dedicate for your post. And I'm really talking a lot about post because this is where we are going in this journey. We are really, we talked about engaging, we talked about how, let's say, how to build a relationship with your audience. I talked yesterday about being personal, about saying things that maybe not everybody wants to listen, not everybody is pleased to listen to. So you have to make this decision how far you want to go, and let people in your life, because I'm sure everybody has some, let's say, some pleasant or less pleasant stories. And it's just make it clear what you want to communicate there. Then, of course, if you have all your, let's say, your parts really prepared in advance, once you start to putting all the pieces together and you write your post, you can also use some different tools. For example, I'm not the perfect guy in writing in English. So, for example, I may write something in French, and really want to see if this is having the right meaning. And you can take any language that you speak, and then you can go maybe on Google Translate. That's one way. You can go on deepl.com. It's deepl.com. It's quite a valid one. And sometimes you will see that you have some text that will be coming out better if you use DeepL, or if you use Google Translate. So that gives you the first, I would say, approach if you do it from another language. Then once you have, let's say, the text that you want to publish in English, as an example, or in any other language, then before you move on with that, I recommend to use grammatics. I will put this post, and I will actually tomorrow, I will prepare a page where I will have all the tools that I'm using. So this could be quite useful for you. But grammatics is actually helping you writing the stuff in a correct way. And I don't use it all the time, but if you have, let's say, a significant text that you want to write, I recommend to use this. So once you really start to do that, and you know what you want to publish as well, and you have quite some, I would say, some topics that you have outlined in advance, then of course you can start to be ready, make yourself ready, and use different means on starting to post. So this is really what I wanted to say today, because this is quite an important step. Many people do sit in front of the computer and they start to think, okay, what am I going to write today? And that's the moment where you lose tremendous time. You are not able to find all the words. You maybe not have the right inspiration. Once you have written your post, you may not find the right picture. You don't know where you had the picture. So, and instead of taking maybe 5 to 10 minutes to write a post, you may lose 2 hours. And you don't have the luxury to lose 2 hours, because in 2 hours, actually, you should be able to post or prepare post for the week, more or less, if you are well organized. And sometimes, yes, you may go a little bit deeper. Now, not every post has to be super long. You can take shorter ones. Today I made one which was, I posted also in different groups in the world, in marketing groups actually. It was about the Swissness. So Swiss are not actually accepting free information. They always think, or they question that this free information is valid. They always have this mindset where they think if it is free, it's not good. Well, in today's marketing world, especially in the social media world, and if you enter in the affiliate marketing scheme or anything else, any niche, it's important that you realize that there is a big discrepancy with different cultures. So Americans, they will be super pleased to have value for free. Information, as I said already many times, should be for free. So just go for it. And if, let's say, the culture of your country, like the Swiss ones or the Germans, may say something may be wrong behind it, there must be something bad, then just forget about that. Just don't bother. Don't bother about comments. Today also I posted something in a French group in Mallorca, and it was about supporting people who have been actually losing their jobs, and giving them some ideas, giving them some engagement on how they could really react, and also maybe take their head out of the sand. And funny enough, one of the guy reacted basically saying, uh, "I want." That was the key word. The people would have to comment "I want" in French, "je veux," in order to receive more information, that I would go, let's say, on private messages and then send them all the necessary information. And he said, "I want that this bullshit is stopping." And I found it quite pleasant. So I actually replied to him and I said, information is there. You absolutely, it's not a must. If you don't want to take this information, it's up to you. You are really free. Then he started really to argue. And then there is a point where you say, okay, is it making fun to reply, or are you losing a lot of time? But of course, if you don't reply in a way that this person would be stopping that, it was an open group, it's not my group, then of course some other readers may think that he is right. So I had to act. Fortunately, in a group, you have other people actually entering the discussion, and they started to comment on the other side and say thank you for being so humble and being so direct and straightforward, and no blah blah, I would say, just giving some facts, just giving things that people can use. And again, any information that you are giving in a group or on social media is a free information, so people can take it or not. They can leave the group, they can leave the conversation, or they can really grab it, ask more questions, and as long as the questions are relevant to the subject that you are talking about or promoting or posting, then it makes sense to really reply. But the key element or the essence of that is, if you put something that is positive, and it should always be positive, the world is negative enough, then people should definitely react to that in a positive way. Now, if you have someone that is completely negative, don't bother. That would be losing time for an energy and positive vibes, because this is not what you want to achieve. You really want to make sure that people are going out of a subject, having gained more knowledge, hopefully giving them also some good energy for the day or the evening right now, and then you can move on. So that was the idea for today. Let me check what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is basically make time for self-care. And I think this is a topic that is also important, because when you are behind your computer, you also need to relax a little bit, to refresh your mind and your body. So at this time, you really have to also have some guidance, maybe, because some people, they just forget the time and they just don't know what to do. Well, let's talk about that tomorrow. It was a pleasure having you now here in this channel. I hope to see you tomorrow again. And I wish you a wonderful, first of all, a wonderful week start. For some of you, the week has started since many hours. For some others, you're still in the middle of the day. Have a good one. See you soon, and hopefully see you in the group. Again, give a like, a heart, a comment, share, and thank you very much. It's Jean-Claude. Ciao.